Hi Pisces, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 13th until the 19th of October. And this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everybody that's watching. But however, if you like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. Now, let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So please tap me into Pisces energy. Pisces from the 13th until the 19th of October. Check out this day. Like, how beautiful is this? It's so sunny. It's so nice to sit here and just like bask like a little flower. I feel like I'm integrating with my plants here in the background. Like we're family. It's just like we're the same. And I love sun. So I'm from Brazil. I was born in Brazil. So like genetically, like family-wise, I'm from Brazil. But I live in Sweden. So we do have lots of sunlight in the summer, and in the winter there's like none. I'm like actually concerned how I'm gonna be recording these videos when it's gone. I'm gonna have to buy like one of those lights, like light boxes. But so that's why like I'm just so attached to the sun. It's the best thing I know in my life. Just my Brazilian genes, like just like absorbing it, like thriving like a plant. Okay, so got a little side rant over there. So we have the King of Pentacles here for you in your present moment. So let's see that. And then we have your crossing, so your challenge for this week. That is the Five of Swords. And then we have your crowning energy. So what's on the top of your mind? That is the Chariot. And in your foundation or your subconscious mind, we do have the Lovers. Ooh, the Lovers. Always good to see the Lovers. They're nice. Okay. So, and then we have your recent past, and that is the Death card. So all about transformation. Don't be alarmed with the Death card. I always say that it's transforming, right? It's Scorpio's archetype. So it's basically that you're leaving behind a situation that doesn't serve you anymore, right? And you're transmuting that energy into something that is more like a rebirth to you, that is more aligned with your path. So you've just been going through that intense transformation there. And in the near future, you have the Empress. So beautiful, beautiful energy here. Wow, good cards, Pisces. Okay, so let's see here. So your suggested approach. Yeah, suggested approach. I was gonna double check because I've been mixing them up so much today. And just because I did that, I actually said the right thing this time. So your suggested approach, your advice from the universe is the Two of Pentacles and your surrounding energies. Those are the two I always mix up because they start with an S. So your surrounding energy is the King of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see your hopes and fears. There we have the Four of Pentacles. So you've been like a little bit holding on to something there. Maybe a little bit of an unhealthy attachment to something. Doesn't have to be a person. Could be a thing. Could be like money, you know, could be definitely something more tangible than a connection here. And your potential future. There we have the Nine of Cups. All right. So let's see the bottom of the deck here. Queen of Swords. All right, Pisces. Very good reading for you guys. So I'm just going to adjust them here on the table and let's get right into your reading. So Pisces, King of Pentacles in the present moment, you're very steady right now. Like you're grounded here. So this is you being very focused. You're focused on stability here. And usually it's about money. So it could be something to do with your career here. And yeah, this is your focus right now. You want stability in your life. Right? Like it's a very, very careful energy, like an energy that has a lot of wisdom, right? Integrates that with lots of patience too. So I feel like you're very focused on the practical side of things this week. And you're making choices for yourself that will set you up for, yeah, more security long-term, right? And you're being crossed by the Five of Swords. So the challenge, like there is some conflict there. There's tension. And it feels like you're dealing with power struggles. Like you do. Like there are disagreements going on where you have to ask yourself if it's worth it there, right? If you really, really need to win this, or if is it even gonna be worth it? Is it gonna feel like a win if I do? Am I gonna just get pissed off? Like, so I do feel that you are engaging with something here right now that is a little bit of a conflict energy, but yeah. Don't be tempted to do that. Don't be tempted to do that. Just you can step out of that, right? It's like a quote that my grandpa always said, that is like two can't fight if one doesn't want to, right? So that's the case here. You don't have to want to fight. So just, you can exit yourself from that situation. It's not going to be necessary for you to be in this state. And yeah, so it's also going to challenge the stability here that you're looking for, right? It's going to leave you feeling less grounded. So just navigate this conflict without being pulled into anything that is sort of unnecessary here. And yeah, you know, just be steady this week, right? You can still engage, but just make sure to do it from a very calm place, right? You can still take control over this. So yeah, make sure to do that. But it's a good starting point, because I mean, with this King of Pentacles energy, you do have the capability to do that. Like you can be grounded in dealing with this challenge. So just make sure to do that. That's going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, so we have the crowning with the Chariot at the top. So your mind, again, it's a little bit focused on control right now. Like it's very focused on direction. So you are extremely determined. You're very, very focused. And it feels like to me like there are these challenges coming up here with this situation, this conflict situation here. But you're still just, like, you're able to harness yourself. You can harness your willpower to just stay on track here, right? So you do have that drive to not let any distractions here try and pull you off course. Like you can deal with this. This is fine with the Chariot. And the Lovers, so your foundation, wow. So what's moving you in this is a connection here. So it could be a third party situation. It could be like a relationship drama that's going on. There's another person here that maybe is interested in your person, or vice versa. And there's a little bit of sketchy energy there with connections that's triggering this. And it just doesn't align with you. I'm not saying that the connection doesn't align with you, but definitely there is something there that is creating this conflict that is to do with your person, right? And that's sad to see, because it feels to me like with this card, like you do have this desire for unity here, but at the same time there is someone pulling at that and trying to sort of break that apart, which is why I'm getting like a third party thing. There could be a person, it doesn't have to be even like a person that is interested romantically in your person. It could be a family member, someone that is protective of this person, a friend, right? It could be maybe that you're working together and there are people at work that are like your colleagues or HR are getting involved into the picture and they want to separate the two of you, right? It's like, it feels to me like there is something there that isn't necessary to be there when it comes to this conflict, and it is to do with a connection here. So let me know in the comments what your situation is and if this resonates, because yeah, it does feel like someone is getting involved here when they should just be sort of minding their own business. And okay, so we have the Death card in your recent past. So you've been going through some transformation here. Something has ended for you. There's a phase in your life here that has ended, and it's something that you've outgrown. And I don't feel that it was easy for you. I don't feel that, like, it's usually not easy with the Death card, but it is something that allowed space to be just cleared in order for you to renew yourself, right? It's like shedding old skin that you don't need anymore. So it does feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it is very much necessary. So this is what you've been doing here, right? And this is good. This is good. It's a good change. I'm feeling that. It's a good change. That's making you more aligned here. And especially with the Empress too in the near future. So like, that's the rebirth. That's the rebirth that follows this ending here. So you're stepping into a very creative space, and you're growing right into this abundance energy here, where yeah, you're just gonna be feeling nurturing. You're gonna be feeling like you're in your feminine energy, like you're very present, right? You're replenished, right? So yeah, you're gonna be stepping into this. This is beautiful. It's gonna be like you're in a more creative flow, right? Could be that you're reconnecting back with nature. You're taking care of yourself, like embracing self-care routines, like with your food, with working out, with your relationships around you. Like you're definitely a good place to be in as after this transition here. So good start, Pisces. Like it's a good week for you guys. So make sure to do that. Make sure to do that and take care of yourself, right? It's a nurturing card, of course. It encourages you nurturing others, but it starts from yourself, right? So just, like you said, like do the thing that you like to do. Like for me, for example, I like taking baths, like luxurious baths. So do that if you have a bathtub, right? Or watch a movie that you love and just cook a really nice dinner for yourself and just indulge a little bit in yourself. That's going to be beneficial for you here. So it's a self-care week, and that's going to help you stabilize here too and come back into this more structure point here where you get to rest a little bit and just focus on yourself rather than this energy of conflict here, right? And so we have the suggested approach. So the Two of Pentacles tells me that your best move is all about balance right now. So it feels like you're carrying a lot of responsibilities here. It could be also different choices that you're carrying here. And the advice for you is to just stay flexible. Just be very adaptable, right? Without overcommitting. So just find a rhythm that works for you and that can still maintain you in this steady like forward moving energy here from the Chariot, but without burning out. So, because it does feel like you are sort of prone to that. You can end up in that place if you just do and take on more and more and more without getting any support, or without at least prioritizing the thing that is the most beneficial for you to deal with right now, than just taking it all at once here. So yeah, so just balance it out. That's your move this week. And then King of Cups surrounding energy. So that's you being very mature emotionally. That's you being very calm, right? It's a card about wisdom, like inner emotional wisdom. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's the surrounding. So it's like, I feel that you're doing this, but to a bigger extent, this feels more like a person coming into your life, bringing in this energy, right? And making that available to you to sort of learn from. So it is maybe an older person, like a father figure, someone that is coming in with this calmness about them, with this presence that is very wise. It doesn't have to be a spiritual person, doesn't have to be like a guru, but it's someone that is, I just sense an older energy, someone that is mature, that is integrated in their masculine energy, that is okay with connecting with their emotions, right? And compassionate, right? They are very balanced, right? So they're going to help you with this. And they're going to sort of ease this chaos situation more for you, right? And they're going to help you in staying more grounded, but emotionally grounded here. So that's going to be your support for this week. So that's a beautiful energy to have around you. And we have the Four of Pentacles in your hopes and fears position. So yeah, like on one hand, you're really hoping for stability in the security sense. But on the other hand, you're kind of scared that, yeah, if you're clinging too tightly to that, you're going to be blocking your growth. So just remember that you can have balance there too, right? You don't have to hold on too hard to some things, right? Because that actually, it can sometimes keep you stuck. So just make sure to release and be trusting in the universe wherever you can. And especially if it's to do with this connection here too. I'm getting the sense. I just wanted to say that maybe you are being a little bit clingy with that because you are feeling a little bit like you need to defend that position, you need to defend that connection, especially with this third party situation. And it can be perceived as a little bit suffocating, and that could actually stagnate your progress with the connection. So it doesn't say to let go of the connection entirely, no, but it just says that, yeah, just release the grip a little bit more, you know. So if you're sending too many texts, you're making too many phone calls, right? Just take a little step back, like offer it a little bit of space to breathe, right? So that the person can miss you, the person can contact you themselves. You don't have to be the one chasing here and doing all the work. So, and that's again to do with emotional maturity here and just having yourself centered, like bringing yourself back together into yourself where you don't have to chase your own value through this connection here. Again, with the Empress, so make sure to just nurture yourself here and just work on your own self-love this week. Okay, so we have the hopes and fears. We have the, oh no, we just did hopes and fears. I'm so confused. No. Okay, this is a potential future. Oh my goodness, I'm always mixing them up. We have the potential future. So with the Nine of Cups here. So yeah, Nine of Cups, again, very beautiful energy. It's all about feeling fulfilled emotionally. It's about feeling gratitude for the things you have accomplished in your life, right? Where you feel satisfied with the things that you've personally created for yourself. So it's good. It's good to see that there. Like, it feels that something that you've been looking towards, like looking forward to, is within reach for you here, right? It's gonna get granted. There's something that is gonna make you feel satisfied. And it does feel to me a lot that is to do with this inner work, that it's gonna be something that is not a physical thing. It's not gonna be like a house. It's gonna be more like a feeling that comes from within, of you just being happy with yourself and not being so dependent on external validation here. You're going to be feeding this energy yourself through this inner work here. And then we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, there is a base here in the spread of just lots of truth and just very strong boundaries here. Very clear, firm boundaries here. So that's what you should do with this. Don't argue, don't fight, don't butt heads with this person. Don't be dramatic about the situation, but rather come from this very truthful, like, speak your truth. If you are in love with this person, just say it, right? Don't manipulate, don't play games, don't try to silence yourself in order to please another person or make them feel more comfortable. They will have to deal with that. That's their issue to deal with, right? And that's it. And that's it. So that's what you want right now. You want that clarity, right? And also just, it is good to see that there, because you can be a little bit dreamy. You feel things very deeply as a Pisces, right? But you do need to balance that off as well with some discernment here, and that good old wisdom that's going to guide you in the situation here. So yeah, it's definitely a story about endings and new beginnings for you here. It's you're seeking the stability, right? You're feeling this challenge going on here. Like, there's this conflict and this tension that is a little bit throwing off balance here. But you're very focused. You're very much focused. You want to feel more alignment, right? You want to make meaningful choices for yourself. You're shedding the old things, like you have been doing that. And now you're going to be feeling this abundance for yourself, right? So just stay flexible. Just remember to be emotionally mature this week. Be compassionate towards yourself, especially. And that's the thing that's going to make you feel fulfilled. That's the thing that's going to open you back up to yourself and let things start flowing again, right? Where you don't have to be clingy, you don't have to be holding on to stability, concerned about stability. And that's going to make you more clear, more discerning. And yeah, in the end, it's going to lead you to more emotional abundance here. And it's going to be able, with this kind of source, to just for you to balance your more dreamy side with wisdom, right? And with really strong boundaries. So it's a really intense rebirth for you, right? Where you're just stepping into growth for yourself, like nurturing for yourself. And then that's going to set the stage for you feeling very satisfied with your own existence, right? Where you're feeling that your wishes have been fulfilled with this card here through yourself, through the work that you've done for yourself and your own self-love, and how that has developed and how that has been strengthened here. And that's all I have for you today, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated. And if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And if you like my channel and you enjoy watching my content, please don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecasts. Okay, bye!